Welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you how I made this little girl's dress, and for this I'll be needing my fabric, this elastic, scissors, chalk and tape, and this is the dress I'll be making here. I made this out of my scrap fabric, just the fabric I have left after making some other things. So this is just a simple dress for a little girl they can wear during the summer. So you can see the back is crossed and then it has this elastic here, right? And then this is the front side of the dress here. So this is how it's going to look. It can be just shoulder length, from knee length, or it can be just below the knee, or you can make it full length. So for this, what you will be needing is this any little fabric you have left. The one I'm making now is for a 5-year-old. So for that, this is Akara fabric, right? And you know the way the Akara fabric is, like this is the end here. So I'm just going to fold the two ends like the way it is already, right? And then I'm going to, because this one will fit like a 4-year-old or 3-year-old, but just below their knee. So with this, I'm going to replicate the one I'm making now. So I want the bottom length. I'm going to add like, so basically on the child, you measure their shoulder to where you want the dress to be. That's how you get your bottom length, the length for the bottom part, right? Like the shoulder to the full length of the dress, and then you subtract their shoulder to the waist for them. So right now the full length of this dress here from their shoulder, because you know this won't be on their shoulder, this will be just right on their neck, right? Because this is halter neck dress. So the ruffle is going to be this way, and then the strap is what will be on their shoulder. So let's say that this will be about 1.5 inch to the waist, so that will be 9. And then the full length of this dress is going to be, because this is the waist, right? 9, 1.5 for the strap, and then 9 for the shoulder to the waist total. And then the full length of the dress is going to be 23 points. This is 23.5, right? So the bottom part of the dress is 14. So since this is the 4-year-old, to make the 5-year-old, let's say I just add like an extra 1 inch to it. So that will be, the bottom will be 15, and then 15 plus extra 1.5 inch, that's to fold the bottom part. So that will be 16.5. So I'm going to cut out 16.5 from the bottom of this fabric, right? Let me just fold it this way so I can be able to cut it. So 16.5 is what I need this way. So I'm going to cut it out. If you want, you can do it any other way just to get the flay at the bottom, but the way I'm doing it is the best way to manage the fabric, because remember, this is from the scrap or like any 1 yard of fabric you have left behind. So you see, this is the two ends of the Akara fabric, right? So as you can see, this is just like one sheet that I cut out. What I'm going to do now is this fabric, I'm going to take 1/3 of it, right? Let's say you split it into 3. 1/3 of it will be the back, and then the 2 parts of it will be the front, right? 2/3 of it will be the front, 1/3 will be the back. So let's say, yeah, so it's into 3 now. So I'm taking one sheet for the back. So this one here, I'm going to cut it out, right? So this will be my back, the back where I'll add the elastic, and then this will be the front girder, and then this will be the back piece here. And so what I'm going to do later is that I'm going to fold the end of this, right? End of the rough end of this, and then the one piece that I kept for the back, I'm going to add extra, like I'll use 1 inch piece of fabric to attach here on the inside, so that I can be able to pass elastic on the inside of this one, just for the back. But the front, all I have to do is just to fold the rough ends at the back, at the front. I'm also going to do the same for the back, but I'm going to add something to make a loop for the back here. So now to cut the front part of the dress, So now the next thing I'm going to cut is the top part of the dress. So let's say the around the bust measurement is 20, right? So 20 by 4, that will give me 5, right? But the 5, I'm going to add extra inches to it so that it can cover them round and then come a little bit to the side, almost to the back. So for that 5 inches, I'm going to add like extra 3 inches so that it goes all the way, right? So 5 plus 3, so that will be around 8. This is a 5-year-old, so let's say I use extra 4 inches. I'm going to use extra 4 inches. So the 20 divided by 4, with 20 is the round measurement for the bust, divided by 4 is 5 plus extra 4 inches. And then the next thing I'm going to do is the shoulder to the waist, which I got to be 9. So 9 plus extra half an inch for the bottom, so that will be 9.5. So I'm going to stop it here. So I'm going to cut out this square here. So normally you might just put the shoulder, maybe the shoulder is 8, and then you mark 8 divided by 2, which will be 4. You might come down this way, right? When you're making like a normal dress, give the armhole, let's say the armhole is 10, like then you have 10 divided by 2, 5. You mark it this way. Normally this is how you make a normal neckline, and then you have like this round part, but this is an altered neck dress. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to make this mark here. What I'm going to do is from this shoulder, which is the 4, right, I'm just going to mark a line going down, almost like I'm making a triangle, right? So I'm going to make like this line going down this way, down here. So that's basically it, nothing more. So this is it for the front part, the top part of this dress. So all I have to do now is, as you can see, I added from their shoulder. This is supposed to contain the shoulder to the waist, because when you're done, you still fold this part. So the first thing I'm going to do when I go to the sewing machine now is to give it a dart here, maybe 3 inches apart, give it a dart here, and then fold this side. I'm going to fold it on itself, right? Fold this side too, but just a little bit, or you can use bias for it. But I find that even folding it this way doesn't affect it. Just maybe fold it once, or you can fold it twice, and then after that, with this same fabric on itself, you make your loop. Because remember, when you subtract that, you already gave it, this doesn't get to the shoulder, but you measured it from the shoulder. So when you fold it this way, that 1.5 inch that you measured from the shoulder itself, the loop that you pass through it will make up for it, even though you folded it on itself. I don't know if you understand, but you measured it from the shoulder to the waist, right? And this is the total length you got. But remember, this doesn't get to the shoulder, it stops just on the clavicle, that's the collarbone. So when you fold it this way, you've removed the 2 inches from the shoulder. So when you pass your loop, it still makes up for what you subtracted. So now I'm going to start attaching my dress. I'm going to give it the dart first, and I've also gone ahead and cut my straps, right? And one of these straps is what I'm going to use to attach to the back to make my loop. So this is about 1 inch or 1.5. It depends on how thick or how small you want the loop to be. And remember, when you go to make the loop, you also make like 2 loops for each side, 2 loops for each side. So I'm going to do mine and come back. So guys, as you can see, I've gone ahead and done, like, I've attached the top and the bottom for the front. So this is the front piece, and see how I attached the strap. I just folded the fabric this way, right? I folded it on itself, and then I put the strap this way, and then sew on top of this here. So remember, some of the sides of this front piece is going to the back, so it's almost going to be this way. It's going to the sides, right? So, and this is the back piece here. I attached the one. Done with the dress. As you can see, I've attached the piece to the back. All you have to do is just take the back, put it in, stitch it on 2 sides, pass elastic, add the loop, and that's the end. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.